Honest J. Nowak. Coming at you live. Alright. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome to the modern taste sort of piece of HJN. That, of course, has to do with the marathoning session that is currently underway. Here on December 31st, 2021, I tell you, we're just hours away from pretty much meeting an end to all of this. But yet, we're not necessarily going to be at the end of everything that's been going on this whole entire year. It'll take a little bit of time to comprehend all of this and to eventually conquer through every single bit and piece of it. But we are going to get through all of this. 2022 is not only going to be so much better now because of all the good news we've been getting about it, but then of course there comes some contradictions that could be taking place. But the only way to find out is to see what happens then, after tomorrow and such. So let's get on with 978, Larceny. And now, it's pretty much a good time to talk about this because, simply put, it seems to be a bit more relevant. Whether you call it larceny, burglary, robbery, thievery, or whatnot, they all mean the same thing. The attempted possession of another person's item, especially if it's expensive, vintage, antique, or whatnot. Anything, of course, could be valuable to anybody at all. And that's technically the one thing that should be well known, especially for those who want to keep their property as safe and secure as possible. With the days that we've been getting over the past year or so, things sure have been so much more different now than they were back then. Last year was a huge testimony to show us that if we don't do things right, then civilization is in fact going to crumble beneath our own feet. And when you really look at it, it probably is true what they say, that a civilization collapse could happen July 4th, 2026. So, because we're very close to that right now, I cannot be surprised about that. Because knowing that I've actually learned about this a long time ago, I should not be surprised by any means. But yet, who even knows what happens then? Larceny, robbery, burglary, whether you call them any of those things, they sure are indeed a pretty common crime amongst all things that could take place. Whether they're armed, unarmed, or they of course could be second, first degree, and then we all have all other sorts of specifications that allow us to delve into how severe this particular crime is. And we certainly cannot forget the fact that, especially when you look at how huge things have turned out to be in the past several years, it sure is no surprise that people have these sorts of tendencies. If there's one thing that we can in fact do, that would be the only thing to do to prevent any of this from happening, it would be to defund the police. Yeah. I'm in full-on agreement with BLM. To take the money away from local law enforcement and to put it towards organizations that actually go in to prevent crime. Not, of course, like the Minority Report in 2002. Or, of course, the novel, The Minority Report, where we can, in fact, figure out if crime is, in fact, going to happen based on someone's life that is just crumbling beneath their own feet or happening in front of their own eyes. If we can actually pull something like this off, then we are indeed heading into a better future. A lot of changes will have to happen before the future can in fact turn out to be better than the past or the present. So, I don't know about you, but I feel like that just sums it all up perfectly. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.